this lesson will be dividing polynomials. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to divide a polynomial both by a monomial and a binomial. So when you're dividing by a monomial, you just write it as a fraction and divide each term by the monomial. Okay, so each one, and then simplify each term. When you're dividing by a binomial, if the numerator is a product of two binomials here, this one and this one, it's a multiplication, so that means we can just simplify by crossing those off because they equal 1, and that would leave us with b minus 4. If we're dividing by using long division, think about when you're using your regular long division. You divide, you multiply, subtract, bring down. So you divide just by the first term of the dividend, and then you multiply all the terms by the divisor. If you have a remainder, you write it over the divisor. All right, so for example, if we're just dividing by a monomial, so this would be the same as 4x cubed over 2x plus 2x over 2x. This becomes 2. X to the third, so 3 minus 1 is x squared, and 2x divided by 2x is 1. A squared over 2a plus 10a over 2a plus 2 over 2a. So 2a, or a squared divided by a would be a over 2. 10a over 2a would be 5. And 2 over 2a would be 1 over a. This one is still dividing everything by the monomial, so over 2x over 2x over 2x. 4 divided by 2 is 2. X cubed divided by x, when you divide, you subtract, would be x squared. 2 divided by 2 is 1. X squared divided by x is x. And 5 divided by 2 squared, or 2x, would just be 5 over 2x. And this last one, we're dividing each of them, again, by 7a squared b squared, 7a squared b squared, 7a squared b squared. So those become 2 on the top, a squared over a squared, b squared over b squared. Okay? 35 divided by 7 is 5. I got a on the top and a squared on the bottom, so that leaves me a on the bottom. And this is b to the first minus 2 would be b to the negative 1, so b on the bottom. The 2 and the 7 don't simplify. I've got a squared on the top and the bottom, b squared. All right, dividing a binomial by a binomial. Okay, so here we go. We got this and this, so my answer is just 2y plus 1. Because these are multiply, we can do that. If they were adding, we could not. All right, so here we have an adding, so we're going to use long division. So 2m squared plus 4m plus 2, all divided by m plus 1. So the first thing I do is 2m squared divided by m. 2m squared divided by m would be 2m. Sorry. Then we multiply. 2m times m would be 2m squared. 2m times 1 would be 2m. Then we subtract the whole thing. Subtract. 2m squared minus 2m squared is 0. 4m minus 2m is 2m. Bring down the 2. 2m divided by m is 2. 2 times m is 2m. And 2 times 1 is 2. Subtract, and I have no remainder, so my answer is 2m plus 2. Let's try another one. So 6c squared plus 11c plus 4 divided by 3c plus 4. 6c squared divided by 3c, sorry, is 2c. 2c times 3c is 6c squared. 2c times 4 is 8c. Subtract the whole thing, that's 0, and 11c minus 8c is 3c. Bring down the 4. 3c divided by 3c is 1. 1 times 3c is 3c, and 1 times 4 is 4. We subtract the whole thing and we get 0. So my answer is 2c plus 1. Now, sometimes we have a remainder. So let's try one with a remainder. So 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus 2x plus 9, all divided by 2x plus 3. So 2x cubed divided by 2x is going to be x squared. X squared times 2x is 2x cubed. X squared times 3 is 3x squared. Subtract the whole thing, and I get 4x squared. Bring down the 2x. 4x squared divided by 2x is 2x. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. Subtract the whole thing. That's 0. That's minus 4x. Bring down the 9. 4x divided by 2x is negative 2. So negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. I subtract the whole thing, and I get 15. Since that's my remainder, that goes 15 over 2x plus 3. So my answer is x squared plus 2x minus 2, 15 over 2x plus 3. All right, this time we notice that it goes x cubed, x squared, but we're missing an x. So we just plug in 0x. So I have x cubed minus 4x squared plus 0x plus 3, all divided by,
Good morning.
by x minus 1. So x cubed divided by x is x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 1 is minus x squared. Subtract the whole thing. This is cubed, sorry. Okay. So that becomes 0. And this is negative 3x squared. Bring down the 0x. 3x squared divided by x is 3x. 3x is negative 3x. Negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. 3x times 1 is minus 3x. No, plus 3x. So I subtract the whole thing. That becomes 0. This is negative 3x. Bring down the 3. Negative 3x divided by x is negative 3. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. I subtract the whole thing, and I get 0. So my answer is x squared minus 3x minus 3. When the dividend has a missing term, what coefficient should you use? You should use 0. How many terms does a binomial have? 2.